Get ready, world. There's a brand new FIFA coming out very soon for you. FIFA 17 is almost here with some big changes. Sam Rivera is here with me. We're going to talk about that right now. You're the gameplay producer on this thing. There are a lot of aficionados of this franchise in the world, and they're going to want to know exactly what's new with the features and the abilities of your players on the pitch.
Yeah, as you said, we are very happy with FIFA 17 with gameplay. We have so many new features. We have other big features, the journey and thought and many things, but in gameplay, it's a very big year for us. We have 4 main pillars this year. The first one is the new set pieces rewrite, and that means that all the mechanics in the set pieces are new. You have more control now. You can decide for corner kicks, for wide free kicks, where the ball will be delivered, and that's to give you more control. For penalty kicks, you can decide where to position your player, and that's going to affect the type of shot that you get. You can sprint to the ball, you can jog to the ball. That's going to affect the error on your shot and the power of it. For free kicks, you can also position your player wherever you want, and you can get beautiful outside of the foot shots and many other type of shots that you couldn't do in previous FIFAs. For throw-ins, you can now take advantage of the sideline move a couple of meters and then do fake throws, fake one direction, and then go the other one. So that's really cool. The new attacking techniques, that's the second thing I want to talk about, and it's really cool. The main one is the low shots. It's the ability to keep your shots on the ground. That's on demand. If you tap the button, the shoot button, after you power up, but before the player makes contact with the ball, then you're going to get a low shot. They are very useful in situations where the keeper is on one side, you need to go to the far post, or if you could get a very tall goalkeeper that is not that agile, they're very useful.
You know, you make it sound like the previous FIFAs just weren't living up to snuff, but you guys have been making a great game for a long time. So I'm curious about the process here. Is it a, kind of scrap everything and start over, or is it, learning from the past successes and then going up to the whiteboard and saying, well, what if we went this way, and having to turn to your programmers and your artists to make that possible? How does it all work to make sure you make a better game the next year?
We basically do everything you said.
Okay.
Some features, we have to rewrite them. We know, okay, we cannot iterate anymore. It's very complicated in the code. We need to rewrite them. Some others is just you need some tuning in them. But what we do, it's mainly listening. We need to go in the forums, what people are saying, what are for example, in the YouTube channels, there are many people that they are really good at the game. They have their channels and they talk to many other people. They know all the best ways to score and everything. So we need to listen to that, and we need to play ourselves. Like me as a producer, I play here during the day, and then I go home and I spend hours and hours just playing, trying to understand how is the game feeling. Is it balanced? Is it fun? How am I scoring all my goals? Near post, far post, and then we try to balance the game. And that's the first part. The second part is coming here with the other producers and discussing with the programmers, with animators, QA, everything, all the feedback. We put it together, and then we come up with, okay, what's next? What can we do in this area? What can we do in the other area? And then at the end of the day, the game is every year is just better. And FIFA 17 is, in my opinion, the best experience ever in any football video games.
Well, people are going to notice a big sort of addition and change to FIFA this year with the inclusion of the journey. You guys have had these sort of be a player, guide them through a career type sort of modes in your games before, but now we've got a full-fledged story. It was famously revealed at E3 by the actor that's actually in the game, and it was a big deal, right? So you've got an acted story, you've got full sort of musical score accompanying everything. There's some faces that you might be recognizing from movies and TV shows and stuff out there. Talk about the inclusion of the journey and what that meant for you guys gameplay-wise.
It's the journey. It's, in my own words, it's very emotional. You get involved in the game. You feel it. You feel your story there. You don't ever get the same path during the mode, because your decisions, your performances on the pitch shape your own path. So it's a different story for everybody, and that means for us in gameplay, we had to spend a lot of time obviously focusing on that to make sure that the experience makes sense. And for example, we had to change completely the evaluation engine that we have to understand when the player is doing good or not. Sometimes in previous FIFAs, you would take a shot and then you miss, and then the system would say, okay, you're doing bad, but that's a bad shot because you missed, when that's not the reality. Maybe it was a very good shot and the goalkeeper saved it. So we did a lot of work on that, and that's the gameplay part, which has to be fun for that mode. Something else, the CPU AI, that's something that we also have been working on, and there's more personality. Each team feels different.
Yeah.
And that's something that the fans were asking for in many years before. And finally, we're putting it a little bit there, and you can feel it. We did a lot of tuning in the difficulty to make sure you have a fun experience regardless which difficulty you're picking based on your own skills. But the mode, coming back to the journey, the fact that you can really get into it and change the story, and then you play it. I've been playing it for hours, and then you say, okay, I want to try again because now I want to go through a different path. So it's really good, and just the story and being able to see everything that you couldn't in previous FIFAs, like looking at in an airplane, being in houses, being able to interact and seeing players from real life, seeing Marco Reus and James Rodriguez, Di Maria talking to you in the game.
Yeah.
That really makes you feel like you are in experiencing your career, like your own professional football player career.
I think the phrase you're looking for is that it's in the game. And it puts you in the game, and I think that is a wonderful thing. The thing that I noticed as I was playing through the journey is that even though the teams I was competing against were rated differently, I felt that there was, I don't know if I was starting to suck or whatever, but I felt like the level of the play from the other team got a little more aggressive based on my own progression through the game. Is that something that you've included? It's not so much just a star rating on the teams. It's maybe, you know, the place you're playing, or the day you're playing, or the way you're playing. There's an AI adaptation that sort of revolves around your, you know, moment-to-moment play.
It's mainly the personality of the teams.
Okay, cool.
So it depends, like the customization. If the team is doing a lot of short passes, the tiki-taka style like Barcelona, you will see it right away, and you will feel it. High pressure defense as well, like all the time on you, all the time on you will feel it. And that all comes from database. We have a huge team of people just looking at all the teams in the world and deciding what are the play styles of those teams. And that's what you are exactly seeing. So if you play against, you are in the English Premier League, so you play Manchester United, you will see a very, very tough game because they are better at taking decisions. If you play another team that is not as good, then you will notice the difference, and that's exactly what you wanted to give you a more authentic experience in the mode.
Sam, was football, soccer, was that your love always? Was this one of your dreams to come and be a part of a game like this? Or did you want to play in the leagues? Or how did soccer come into your life?
Well, I'm from Mexico. Since you're 2 years old, you're already cheering for a team, and I always played. I'm not that good actually playing it, but I'm pretty good at FIFA. so yeah, I always wanted to get involved in this, in anything like video games and football together. It was my dream job, and I'm very, very lucky, and excites me every day. I come to work like saying, wow, perfect, let's improve FIFA. And then I go home 1 year later and I see everything that we've been working on, and we are very, very excited. And especially, for example, now that the demo is out, we're reading the comments. I've never seen so many good comments all together, and that's like, whoa, the reward is really, really, really great to work for a year in something that you love, and then see that everybody else is able to enjoy it.
Well, congratulations, brother. You're obviously having a great time, and congrats on FIFA 17. Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.